Welcome back. We're back again, son. Don't
We never left.
Don't subscribe. I'm gonna do reverse psychology on it. Don't like it.
Yeah,
don't subscribe it. Don't share it. Right? Don't go to CB Lifestyle on the pair.
Don't do it.
If so, every time we tell you to do it, seems like you guys are like, oh, he's telling me what to do. I don't want to do it. So what I'll do is tell you, don't do any of it. Right?
Don't even listen to us. Turn this off. Turn the video.
yeah. Why even listen to it, son? So don't do anything we tell you to do.
Click the video.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
Don't
do any of it though. But do it though at the same time.
Don't listen to me.
Anyway, so
I'm telling you not to listen.
Listen, I don't know what it is about people and the way that they want to. They just want to talk about gas prices and politics and blame everything on Trump somehow or blame everything on Biden somehow. Mm-hmm. I'm just so sick of hearing about it. But like, if I don't open my and then they'll tell me I'm not aware enough if I don't care about it. But even though I do know about it because it's everywhere, I could literally just walk into a gas station and someone's immediately talking about it. But it seems like, I don't know if the people are just boring and they don't have anything else to talk about. And then they become hard-headed where they want to argue with everybody around them. But shit is getting a fucking... I guess I always get like this when something like this happens. When COVID hit, everybody only wanted to talk about COVID. I mean, it's happening to the world, right? And that's understandable. But golly, is that all we got to talk about? Is this COVID? When BLM started, when there's just a bunch of things that happen, and that's all is on anybody's mind. I understand if it's like Russia and Ukraine, right? I understand it is a hot topic. It's a hot topic. There's a lot going on. It's happening. It's current. It's recent. I get it. But there's so many people who create so much content just off talking about those things. Like it's a $1 million business just to talk about it, let alone going to the gas station or going to my supply house, and that's all they want to talk about. I know, right? Biden, huh? Oh, I know, right? Obama's the one who. Oh, yeah, sure. Trump. I mean, if it wasn't for Trump, then we wouldn't have. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Make up your mind, because I don't know. And everybody has a great reason why they believe what they believe in, but is that all you got to talk about, motherfucker? Is there anything else we can talk about besides that? What about you? What do you think, bro? Because you are one of them.
It don't bother me.
What doesn't bother you?
Talking about any of it. I can talk about anything. We can talk about. I look up videos going to the moon. I look up the Webb telescope. I look up Joe Rogan talking about higher learning, like higher levels of whatever. Yeah. I look up. I like politics too.
What's your main conversation? You have mostly conversations about politics?
Nah, because I don't run into people like that. I don't run into people. I went to see my homeboys yesterday. We had no conversation about politics.
Really?
Right? Not one thing was about politics. Everything was about family, what's going on, how the hood, everything.
But you run into the same situation that I'm running into, where everybody wants to.
I don't get into conversation with people like that.
I try not to.
Well, I don't even entertain them. The problem is, I don't entertain them, and sometimes people don't know my political view half the time, anyways. So
isn't political views is it a negative or a positive?
It depends, man. You gotta the way people. It's how you vote. If you don't take voting seriously, then it's another thing. If you think voting somebody in the office does nothing, and voting the president does nothing, if you think that, then it's not gonna be nothing. It's not gonna mean anything to you. It's gonna be just another thing that we do, that we've been doing. That's just. So
you don't think the presidency, you don't think it's a popularity contest? You don't think it's just
it has become.
The dude at the top is just
whoever gets the most votes.
Figurehead, he's not really making any decisions.
Oh, he makes decisions, I believe. I don't get into, if you go off of the way it's set up. Yeah. Of course he makes decisions. That's if you go off into conspiracies and you can do all this and go all that, then it could be he could just be a head figure.
Wasn't
and somebody
politics
behind
all
him.
Conspiracies? Some of it's facts, and then some of it's
it's not. Because even if you look at your local politics, look at your commissioner, your head of your commissioner, and why you get a bike lane, and why you get. It's not about anything about conspiracies. It's about people's. It's about people that, think that sometimes, most of the time, they think they're doing what's best for people.
Well, they're helping create the world we live in, right?
Correct. That's the only reason they got created. So you can go to some countries that don't have any type of. No matter how much I
ignore the politics, I'm still paying $100 million for gas right now.
Correct.
Still paying $100. So what used to be $50 is now $100 every time I go to the gas station. So I can ignore.
But there's reasons. There's reasons for these things.
Yeah, but
there's reasons why housing in New York is more expensive than housing in Florida.
But it's negative. Same thing with news. News is just negative.
I don't look at it as negative. I look at it as
informative.
How you can't fix something if you don't know the problem. You can't fix your issue.
Can you fix it?
Well, no, I can learn more about it, and that way I can understand it better.
Yeah.
And maybe
So it's
one day,
information,
and maybe,
informative.
and then I can inform somebody else about it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you know something, teach it, right? If I know something and I can tell you about it, maybe I could teach you, and then you could teach somebody else, and then they could teach somebody else.
Yeah.
Unless you get a platform and you could talk and tell everybody about it, and then
Yeah.
you got 1 million subscribers on your platform,
Yeah.
and you're talking to 1 million people
Like I
every
said,
day.
it's also billions of dollars in.
Oh, of
in-
course, everything is
Just
profitable.
the
Everything is
conversation.
money. Like everything is money. Nobody does nothing for free.
It's just so freaking annoying. It's
But I
just
don't
so-
get in. I just
sometimes
don't
it makes me
get
sick.
into conversation like that. I don't get into deep like. I don't have time. I don't be. I don't.
That's what I'm
I
saying. I
don't
don't
give
have
them enough
time.
time to sit and talk.
Yeah, I don't have
I don't have
time, like-
nobody in my.
I'm not saying I'm not aware of it, and I'm not saying there's not anything interesting about it, right? I mean, it's our world we're living in, right? I do like more information than less. I do like to know what's going on, but at the end of the day, like
It's like that guy
I
Johnny Harris.
Yeah.
Why does he do the videos? He just does them for information.
Yeah.
Wise. Like
By
he
the
does
way,
long, real.
follow Johnny Harris. By
He
the
does
way.
real intricate videos.
Very
he does
good.
a lot of research.
Yeah.
He does all this shit for what?
He goes back to the history of things, and then he brings it all the way back up to.
and then you're
current.
like, for what? Like,
No, I understand why he does that.
why?
It's very, very important that he does that.
Why?
Because he's giving you. It's interesting because instead of listening to other people's narratives, right? Democrat,
No, I'm saying, but-
Republican. Well, let me tell you why. You
Okay,
asked-
go on.
Instead of him looking at it through a narrow, like most people do, especially these days, through a narrow glass, and saying that this is what their world looks like, he goes and tells you things that aren't even in our history books.
Well, obviously
And he
they are.
finds out exactly what the heck
They
happened.
are.
If we
Not-
like our history
You're not
books are
uncovering
different
them.
than anybody else's in the world, and everybody else, like
Well,
China,
everybody has their own
Russia,
history.
they only have their own. They are right, and they'll tell the American story completely different than America tells its story, right? So he looks at it through a wide lens, and fish-like lens, and he's looking at everything and giving you facts. This
Why?
is the facts, because history is important, and
Why?
we can learn from it.
Why? Can learn from it what?
You're saying why? He's talking about a kid.
No, I'm saying learn it. I can learn history too. I can look at this book, and he could just tell me, go look at this book, go look at this magazine.
Oh, 'cause
why is he making it?
Because history repeats itself. It's starting to repeat itself.
But why? What is the like? What's the?
What are you talking about?
Because I'm trying to say why. If you learn history, what's important about learning
I
history?
just told you, history repeats itself.
So to do what though? When it repeats
So
itself,
we
what is
can
that
learn
gonna
from-
do? Learn and fix it, right?
Yeah, we can fix
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, we can
That's
just-
why I said if I know
Or at
about
least
it,
we
I
can
can
be
fix it.
aware of what's up and coming.
Correct. So he can fix it.
Yeah, or not run into the same. bullshit.
That's my whole thing when I
And
say.
some things he can't fix, or it's him
Of course,
explaining.
he can't fix the Panama Canal. He has a video about Panama Canal.
Yeah, there's
why
nothing
we
he can
had
do
the
about
Panama
it.
Canal.
But it's super interesting. It's also interesting content.
It is.
Like I'm filling my brain with something that's not
useless.
Here's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's not
Useless.
going to help me in my life.
But I like that stuff.
It's not gonna help me in my life at all. I'll be more ingrained in Panama Canal because I'll be like, bro, I know a lot more about Panama Canal.
So when
than I did
somebody,
before."
when you're in a conversation with somebody at the supply house and they're like,
And if
man,
they
the
bring
Panama
up the
Canal, and you're
Panama
like,
Canal-
bro, I'm gonna tell you about the Panama Canal.
yeah, but if they don't bring
That's
it up,
what
I'm just the information that I enjoy myself.
then you're just having your
It's
brain
food
that's
for
just
thought.
sitting around.
Food
So that's
for
what I'm
thought.
saying. But I like to learn about all that shit. I love Johnny Harris's videos. I love all that.
Yeah.
Some of it is good for me just so I can know about it.
And
But I'm not gonna use it.
And some of these people, the reason why I enjoy him and people like him is because he's not just giving you, a skewed narrative that what is it the word I'm looking for? A biased narrative on what he believes happened. He's telling you, well, no, this is what happened, right? There's
You
a
can say
couple
that.
other people like that too. I forget what the dude's name is, but he was Joe Rogan used to follow him. He used to be on Joe Rogan's podcast all the time, and he would explain to you about Genghis Khan and how ridiculously successful he was, but how ridiculously insane he was at the same time. I think it's super important to know how far somebody like that can go and how it can affect. Even now we feel it, where people are related to him. I think there was like something like 15% of people are related to him somehow. That's how much of an indent he put in the world, which is something he did. You know what I mean? Something that not just Genghis either. It's the Khans in general. So history is super important to know.
I don't know what's gonna
stuff
change
like
about that, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's just I'm saying it's interesting to know.
But that's my whole point about when we're talking about the whole point of the conversation is
Yeah,
why
which
do
is-
I know about gas prices? Because it's important to know.
You know what I'm gonna do, bro?
Right, I just spent it all back around. It's important to know. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's important to know, right?
It
It's
is, but
important
it's
to know.
annoying as fuck.
See, so everything. If you're gonna learn at all,
Yeah.
and then don't let.
It's
not, then
true,
do it.
I know.
Watch videos that are entertainment all the time. Watch
No,
entertainment.
no, but that's not the
watch
only
cartoons,
entertainment. That's not the only thing you can
watch
learn
movies.
about is the news, and like you, and that's another thing too. It splits the nation. Everybody, they're very smart with what they did. They found a way to create a personality, right? So if you're into politics, Republican or Democrat, and you're choosing sides, so they found a way to separate everybody, right? Put them in camps, right? They found a way to divide a country just with talking.
You're going into conspiracies.
That's how I see it, bro.
Who decided
The media.
this? Oh, the media is not. The media wants to split us.
The media.
apart.
The media is
Who
part
in
of the
media?
politics. So when
Fox. MSNBC.
Yeah,
They're all together.
all of them.
They teaming up.
Okay, but think about a media.
They
Think
sit
about
in
a media
room,
outlet.
they're like,
Think about-
listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna split the whole country.
Well, maybe,
in half.
but think about a media. That's how I look at it. Think about a media outlet,
Conspiracies,
right?
okay.
And they're thinking about how do I say things? How do I
There's a
bring the same
simpler-
story,
there's a simpler
but tell
way.
you different?
But there's a simpler
information.
way, but it's
And maybe
it
people
makes
click
more
on
sense,
me instead
right?
of click on the other.
The
thing.
simpler way with media and media outlets is they want more viewers. So the more crazy they are, the more viewers they get.
Yes.
I don't know if it's we sat down together and we're gonna split the country in between Republicans and Democrats, because I don't even think that many people don't even vote, right? There was 81 million people that voted, right? We have 330 million people in the country. I think it was 80 and 80,
Yeah.
160 million. 330 million. We're missing another 160 million.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
So if 100 million is kids,
a lot of people can't.
60 million. Well, I don't know. If 100 million is kids, we still got
When
60
you're,
million.
when you're in
that didn't
prison,
vote.
you can't vote, right?
I don't know. They
When
changed
you're a
that
certain
too.
age, you can't vote.
They
right?
changed that. That's what I'm saying. So
But when it comes to population,
so
they
that means
still in there.
160 million is like just
Yeah, just like nah, bro.
they don't vote or they
Yeah.
can't vote or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's only 160 million. So
I've
it's
been
not like
voting.
they
I
have
don't
a
think I
lot.
voted when I didn't vote when I was able to, but I voted. I've been voting a lot more recently. At least the last 3.
I got
or 4
my
presidents.
rights back to vote in for Obama.
Oh, good.
for the first
Yeah, I
one.
think Obama was me too.
Yeah, oh, wait.
Same
So
thing.
I voted then and then I voted again and then I voted again.
Yeah, yeah.
I voted without even thinking too. I didn't even
I
think
already
about
know.
it.
I already knew, which we both agreed.
Yeah, I voted without thinking. I just voted.
But it's very strange how it's just.
I just think there's levels to it. Like some people take it to a whole nother level.
I guess you could do that. With
Some people
anything.
use it correct,
Yeah.
and that's what I said. They abuse it because they take it to a whole nother level. Some people make money off of it, so and I get it. But you got to know that when you're going in to watch somebody's talk or somebody's show,
Yeah.
right? If their first thing is, you know what I mean, if that's all they talk about,
Yeah.
right, then you got to understand that, or you can just hear from what people are saying. Like even with Johnny Harris, right?
Yeah.
I can listen to Johnny Harris and I can tell he's kind of like I would say a left leaning more than he is right leaning, right?
Yeah.
Just because certain words he says, the way he explains certain things.
Don't let it become your personality. Is all I'm saying. Don't let it become who you are. It starts to envelop who
No,
you
but you
are
can
as a
turn.
person.
You can.
And I can't have a
what I'm saying is, I can
conversation
listen to
without having a
people
conversation
and
about politics.
I can know their biases. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can know where they're gonna lead me to. Too. I want to know that too.
In light, so like somebody comes with you. Let's say they start an argument with you about it, or you guys disagree on something. Do you still judge that person as
I don't
a
judge
human,
anybody.
as a
I judge him as
person,
I judge him
or
as-
is he just his?
I judge
beliefs
him
are
as
a little
somebody
off?
who is lazy, greedy, ambitious, vain, ignorant.
Jesus Christ. Sure,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
I judge everybody that way.
Yeah.
Every single person I ever run into. They're all there's 6 characters. I did 5, but there's 6
Yeah.
characteristics. That's why I judge everybody. It's easy for me.
But
like
if they
that.
disagree with you on certain policies or political views, do you judge them as a person? Do you like do that dude?
Of course. Like what am I? What am I talking about? I don't sit there
What are
and
you
look at
talking
people
about?
like.
Just because he
don't
believes
do
that,
that.
gun control is whatever, it doesn't mean he's a piece of shit.
No, of course.
has a view.
Wow, who says that?
I'm asking you if you judge.
Of course
if you
I don't.
judge them off.
By
Of
the
that.
way, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Man, listen, I don't.
There's
care
some people
about
who
none of
do.
that shit. I don't care. But if they have a conversation with me, I'm gonna tell
Just
them
like people who push
the way
the
they're
vac-
thinking.
people who
They
push
maybe
the
they need to
vaccine.
change the way they're thinking.
The people who push the vaccines,
They need to change the way they're thinking.
and you don't, and you're. It could even be my mama, bruh, and she'll be like, "Listen, you need to," and we'll have a little bit of a debate. But I'm not trying to. It's my mom. I'm not gonna fight with my mom. But still, she'll try to explain to me what needs to be done, and I need to go get it. It's more for my safety because she's concerned, right? Because she's coming at it from a real good plate, you know. Like she's trying to explain to me in her way. And there's certain things that she does know, and there's certain things that like to push me to get the vaccine. It's just for my safety. She wants me to be safe. So that argument, I don't judge her as a person. I'm just like she has a good intention behind
Of
it.
course, everybody does, but
Yeah.
good intentions pave the way.
But there's times where
what is
she
it,
don't
good-
wanna talk
good
to me.
intentions pave your way paved way to hell. How's that saying go?
Good intentions are I don't remember.
I'll put it up on there. I don't know. But good intentions are something about paving the way there.
Yeah.
You can have good intentions. I think all these people do.
It is the intent.
I think all these politicians, I think the Democrats,
They just have different ways.
they have good intentions. They really think what they're saying is going to fix it.
It's going to help everything.
But they're not looking at everything when they're going to do it.
Yeah.
They're just going off their biases.
And like you always say too,
just like right now, the hair thing.
Oh yeah,
the hair bill, right?
There's a hair bill. I don't think people know about
No,
this.
they probably know. Look it up. There's a hair bill like
nobody know.
1804 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, C 1804, some shit.
No, but it's called something.
But it's
called
like
the
because they
Hair
were saying
Act.
about people being discriminated against
Yeah.
for their hairdos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man. I know these people. This lady, one of the ones that pushed it, they had good intentions behind it, right? But they don't even understand all what it goes into, right? They don't understand all what goes into that. And how that could change, like when you introduce something like that, how much effect that can have, how people misuse it, how it gets. They don't understand.
They don't think
all
about
that.
the whole long game.
And then they don't even look at, is that a real thing that we're worried about right now?
Yeah.
Right. This is Russia,
The hair
Ukraine, gas
Crazy
prices,
thing.
supply chain, all this going on, and you worried about a hair bill. Like, and you can't even name 100 people that didn't get hired. Right.
Yeah,
I had somebody on Instagram. They said, "Oh, my sister didn't." I'm like, bro, your one sister is not gonna change. Like, and then you got to tell me there could be ins and outs of all this. This is why I said it gets in. This is why the conversation.
That's what I'm trying to say. But that's part of what we've been talking about. Like, and there's something that you always say that's super smart. What's good for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's good for everybody.
Jordan Peterson said this
And
the
people
other day
take
on the video
advantage.
too. He says they're saying like he said his speech like hurts people, right, or hurts certain people. I'm like, yeah. He said if I'm talking one to one person, I might not hurt him. If I'm talking to 1,000 people with a message, not every 1,000 person, all 1,000 people are gonna be like, I agree with your message. And if I talk to 1,000,000 people, they all definitely ain't gonna agree with my message. Or if I go to pass a bill, everybody's not being helped from it, right? There's some people that are gonna be hurt from it, right?
Yeah.
Some less than others, some more than others.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm trying. That's why when I have conversations, I try to get to that point. People don't even want to hear that, because if you're on one side or the other, they don't want to hear like nuance or like middle ground. Like, listen, I think they're all, like I said, selfish, greedy, ambitious, vain. Everybody, right? If you go through life like that, then you don't have a problem with people.
Yeah.
That's why when if I go somewhere and
It's a smart
somebody's
way to
talking,
look at
I go into somebody's house and they're talking, I get it, right? Some people come from different backgrounds.
Where you're coming from.
I get all that shit.
Yeah.
Right, but you gotta have some common sense too when you come back to it. Like, listen, bro, this ain't you making it sound way crazier than it is, and you're real biased about this shit. I try not to be
Biased.
when I'm listening to people or listening to certain things.
Yeah, you're like, I see.
Like,
where
let me
you're
see what
coming
he's
from,
saying.
But this is what I think.
Yeah, let me see what he's saying. Let me
that.
understand it, and once I understand it, I know. But then there's some people that just
I know
stick to the
people who
script.
literally had recently just had every conversation they had in the past 3 months has been nothing but arguments, and I'm like, yeah, well, because you keep bringing up your topic of conversation is political in customers' houses or just.
I don't think
on
it
their
should be
own.
an argument. That's the problem too. I don't think politics should be an argument. People take it because they take it
They
personally.
take it there. Yeah.
No, they take it personally.
Yeah, I know.
If I go in somewhere and I'm talking about mask mandates or something, or they take it personally. That's why they don't even, and it's the same thing like you said before earlier. You said, I don't even know these guys. Like, I don't like them. That's the whole point.
Well, we were talking about this earlier.
I don't
know these motherfuckers.
I don't know DeSantis. I never met this guy. I never shook his hand. We never hung out. I don't know his parents. I don't know anything about him. I know what is said on Wikipedia.
Kick his puppy and slap his.
Right? I don't know what he does.
How am I
Right?
supposed
The only thing I can tell you
like, yeah,
the
DeSantis.
only thing we can have a conversation about is what Billy passed and what happened, right? And then I can have a conversation. Oh, that was a good bill.
Yeah.
That's a bad bill. This was a good one. Oh, this one's great. Blah 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 blah. Right? Some people will go into it no matter what he passes. Oh man, I hate that governor. I go to people out like, bro, you don't even. What did he pass that you don't like? I can't. When you ask that question, man, you can't ask that question.
Stop asking that question.
No, ask that
Hey,
question.
how about don't talk about politics at work? Talk about
you got
plumbing.
to. You have to.
Talk about plumbing. Or talk about whatever it is you do for a living and don't bring that shit up.
You talk about
because it's gonna start an argument.
That's whack. That's why you can't have a conversation
No, I have plenty of them.
about politics.
I don't have a conversation about politics.
Yeah, that's whack.
I'm like, anyway, so what we were doing here?
That's whack.
Change it.
Why you can't have a conversation about politics?
It's annoying.
It's to me.
It's argumentative.
It's weak because it doesn't have to be
That's why you
argumentative.
don't bring up politics and you don't bring up religion. When you bring
Religion
those
is
two things
different.
up-
Religion is personal.
How?
Because religion is real personal. They made politics personal.
Politics is now the new religion.
They made politics personal. People are taking. That's what I just said in the beginning of this conversation. People are taking it personal.
Yeah.
It's not personal. It's the way the country is ran. It's a thing that was set in place. It's how the country's ran.
I know.
You have senators, you have Republicans. They vote blah blah. But they think about this. Some people think about this. That's it. You don't have to take it
and
personal.
they take their side, and they
Don't
pick
take
their
it
religion.
personal. Religion is different. Some people are born with the religion.
No, I feel like
you're not
politics
born
is kind of like
but you're not born as a politician. I mean, you're not born into politics. You're born into religion. If you're Muslim, your family Muslim, you Muslim.
Yeah, but you could change that now.
You can change that later, just like politics.
You can change that
but you
now.
can change that at any time.
Yeah.
But religion is a
Were you
lot
ever
harder.
a Democrat?
I don't know what I was. I was just born into what I was.
Yeah.
My mom said the working class votes for Democrats and the Republicans will vote for the rich.
Yeah.
And then as I got older,
You were like, no.
I'm like, that's not how that works. It doesn't seem to be working like that right now for me.
Yeah, I
Not
get
the
it.
way I see it. Maybe it'll change later or something. And like they said, it's changed
Yeah.
before.
But there's also
But religion is different.
like, I guess we could explain like far right, far left, or whatever, right? But it would be like there's just extremists. So like we were talking about earlier,
That's the ones they use
that's the ones I'm talking about.
But but there's not a lot of them. Is the crazy thing.
Yeah, but I run into a lot of them.
Yeah, you think they are, but they're not extremists. Some people are real
It's
far right, far
they go
left.
too far. Dude.
Right, the ones that are
I'm like, whoa, bro. Why are you basing your whole life off of some shit?
But then they don't.
Some people you
but
never
half-
met that you don't know.
but half the
they
people
only
don't
know
even
what
know what
makes
they're
you.
talking
That's why I
about.
said it before. What makes you qualified, motherfucker, to tell me all this shit? Like you know, and
He's not
half
qualified,
the
he's
time
just
they're
telling
getting
you
their
his
information
opinion.
from 14 different places. That half of them are just trying to reel you in with some like crazy like theory that they came up with, and they just put it out as fact.
That's the moon landing.
That's what I'm saying.
Flat Earth.
That's what I'm saying. So
they're all over.
some people tell me something so confidently that I'm like, I'm gonna have to check.
I had
into
people
that.
tell me about there was
gonna have to check into
spaceships on the other side of the moon.
Yeah, but we're not talking
Crash
about that.
spaceship.
Right.
Conspiracy. I'm saying, why is he so important about telling me about this? Why is he so stuck on it? Because he just believes it.
It's the same thing.
It is
with
what it is.
Politics, I think.
It is what it is.
Right. Same thing with
Yeah,
politics.
that's why I don't bother.
Same
me.
exact.
That's why when I was listening to the guy, I wasn't like, oh, fucking idiot. I was just like, yeah, that's
there are
crazy,
people
bro.
who do that though. They're like,
I'm like,
you
oh,
don't
that's
even
crazy.
know. And you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
oh,
bro,
I'm
can we-
gonna send you the website. I'm like,
Yeah,
send it to me, bro.
You're messing up my
Shit.
tip, bro. Because I was
don't
gonna
give
get
a
a tip,
shit.
and now you're arguing with the customer, and now. Or,
I'm not arguing with him.
No, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
saying.
I believe you. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Spaceships
then,
on the side
guy.
of the moon. Send me the website.
Not that.
All right, let me
politics.
get the check.
We're going back to politics. You're taking
That
it too
too. I'd be
far.
like, they'd be like, yeah, DeSantis. I'd be like, yeah, man,
I'm saying
DeSantis.
it's similar to me. It
So bad.
sounds similar to me, doesn't it?
But it's everybody has an opinion, and some people believe shit like
So,
anything.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It's the same with any conversation with me is the same thing. That's why I said
It's the truth, and then they add their opinion into it, and they're like, okay,
the truth is in the middle somewhere.
yeah, bro.
So it don't bother me. I can have conversations about anything. I know where points not to push to get into right. If we get into it and it's like, nah, man, fuck that. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Obama, Manchurian candidate or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting crazy, bro. Like, I don't do no conspiracies. I don't do no type. I don't
do.
do none of that shit.
I do, bro.
I don't believe
Bigfoot.
none of that shit.
I know he's out there.
I don't believe in none of that shit.
The Loch Ness monster, he's out there.
I believe in no conspiracies. Because
What?
conspiracy is...
You believe in a conspiracy right now?
No,
I
but none.
100% guarantee.
No.
What about the?
I don't
What
believe in
about
no
the
conspiracies.
zero? You're telling me zero, right?
I don't believe in none. Because a conspiracy is not proven not to be
Where do we
proven.
get our oil from?
From the ground.
Yeah, but from
Fossil
who?
food.
From who?
What do you mean from everybody? We buy some from Russia. We drill for our own. We drill for 11% of our own. We get a lot from Canada. We
Oh,
get
wait.
some from Saudi
Are
Arabia.
you sure?
Yeah, that's what they said. I can
Who
only
said
go off
that?
what they said. That's what the statistics say. That's what the facts.
Conspiracy. See what I'm saying? Got him.
There's nothing.
Got him.
I'm not making a conspiracy. I'm going off of what the thing
You
says.
sure that that's the truth?
I don't know. It could be.
Conspiracy.
No,
See?
That's not conspiracy. I'm not saying aliens are dropping the oil down. To
Hey,
us.
bro. Not every conspiracy is aliens.
I'm
JFK assassination is not
He
aliens.
got shot by the guy. The guy
Who?
shot him. The one that shot him went to jail.
Oh, you know that for a fact?
That's what they said.
Conspiracies. See? He falls for it every time.
No, it's not. I'm not making it up. That's what they said is the truth.
Who said that? What about the magic bullet?
What you mean? I don't know about. See, that's a conspiracy.
What do you know about the magic bullet?
Magic
bro?
bullet,
How do you know
the
there was only
grassy
one
knoll.
guy who shot him? Maybe it was four guys.
I don't know. I only can know
Two.
what they tell me.
Who told you?
What they said. What the government said.
See, you listen to the wrong government,
See?
bro. Conspiracy,
See?
bro.
I don't go for that. I'm taking what they said. That takes more work than me than looking into politics.
Yeah.
To be able to look up conspiracies and moon landings and all
Stop
that.
with the
it takes
space.
so much work.
Here's with the space.
Because those are the big ones.
Nah,
Flat Earth.
I just brought up
Right,
Bigfoot.
Flat Earth is a big one.
Flat Earth, yeah.
I'm not bro. Listen, they said the Earth's round.
I don't got time.
I seen pictures from it. They said it's.
I don't
flat.
have this type of
We
time.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. They said the moon is there. All right, good. I'm good with that.
That's it?
That's it.
Conspiracy.
I don't need to get into
Got
all
him
that.
again, bro.
That's a waste of my time. That I definitely have no control
Golly,
over.
bro.
If the Earth is flat, I don't have no control over.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. when they found out about Bill Cosby, which turns out that he didn't, but he did though at the same time, right? But when
He did,
Bill
but didn't
Cosby
know,
done spiked some bitches' drinks and shit, did you believe in that?
No, let him go to court and figure it out.
Right.
It's like OJ, right? If OJ, they say he didn't do it.
Conspiracy.
It is what it is.
Did you think he did it?
I don't care.
He fell for it again, dude. He falls for it every
I don't
time.
care either way.
Why?
Because it has nothing to do with me. That definitely. If I'm worried about gas prices, this has nothing to do with me. Whether OJ did it, who killed young Dolph, right? Has nothing to do with
Marilyn Monroe. How do you think she
me.
died?
Marilyn Monroe has nothing to do with me.
Nirvana.
I don't
Did
care.
Courtney Love kill him? Did
don't
Courtney
care.
Love kill
I don't care.
one of the greatest artists of our
I
generation?
don't care. Has nothing.
Do you know
to
how he died?
It doesn't even matter to me. He could have.
Kurt Cobain.
He could
You
have
know how he died?
drowned in his sleep for all I care.
You don't know how he died?
No, and he shot his brains out, right?
So you do know white people politics. See? White
Yeah.
people politics. Conspiracy.
But I don't care.
But what if he did?
Why does it matter at the end of the day?
He's dead anyway.
It ain't gonna affect me.
And that's why gas prices are so high.
If they found out Courtney Love did it, oh my God, what are we gonna do with ourselves?
Tupac and Biggie.
I don't care.
Did the police do it?
I don't care.
Did they set them up?
I don't
or
care.
did
I don't
P. Diddy change his name to Did He?
Oh, uh-huh.
And did he do it?
See, this is too much for me. This right here is when I be like, all right, sir, I'm gonna leave the house. Let me get the check. Let me get the
You
credit
never
card.
know, dude. Conspiracy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
So even politics sometimes is conspiracy.
well, no,
There's
you
some
can't-
legitimate shit that was like I'm not saying just look up the word conspiracy one time, but
Me, you
I'm not
can't.
saying that I'm not saying that conspiracies are just completely far fetched. Some of them are that actually happen.
No. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Some of them
Once
actually
you have to
happen.
be able to show proof of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
9/11?
we'll say one Wuhan lab, right?
Yeah.
When it first came out,
We
talking about
got some
COVID,
bat soup.
people were saying
Bat soup.
there's no way that this happened. Now it's coming out that it could have happened, right?
Possibly.
Now it's like, and but it was a conspiracy at one time. But in the beginning, I'm like, all right,
It
well,
was lab made.
I gotta
I heard
go
it was
off
lab
of what
made.
they're saying. But again, this is why I tell you about how I look at things. There's this side, and there's the
I
truth.
thought you were gonna go. There was a lie. Some people lie. Some people are greedy.
No. There's
Oh,
this side, the truth, right?
Right.
I know when I'm hearing from this side, I already know like that's not the whole thing. And then here's side, I know it's not the whole thing. Somewhere in the middle, right?
I
If they
agree.
say I beat him up and this guy said he won too.
What does it matter,
all right.
bro?
But-
It doesn't matter.
it does matter on certain things. But about the moon, about the Earth being flat, it's like I can
It
see that
doesn't
with my
matter.
eyes too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I
Those
get it.
things, like, what are we talking about? It's not even worth the conversation for me. I don't even care. If it is flat, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not building
If
spaceships.
Biden is president or Trump is president, what are you gonna do?
That's different.
You gonna
Because
vote?
now they do votes. I
Who
gotta
even know
vote.
if the votes even go? See, conspiracy.
See, we don't know.
Who even
We don't
knows?
know, right?
We used to write it down on a ballot and put it in. Now it's all computer.
Yeah.
You voted last time, right? It's all computer,
did.
bro. So how do you know?
I don't know. I go with faith that it is working. That's how it works.
Oh, see.
Faith, man.
Conspiracy, dude. You do believe in conspiracy theories, man.
Man.
It will.
Not one.
We'll find out some of those in like later episodes, but we should do a conspiracy theory episode.
No.
Okay.
I'm not getting involved.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you double click. Don't like and subscribe and share.